song. What did you play for us today?
It's called the Bibb County Hoedown. It's from Bibb County, Georgia. It's a hoedown, which means it's a dance song. It's probably a square dance tune that was played by people down in Georgia, and it spread around the country and became known. Yeah, so that's the tune. It's old-time American music, so there's a huge repertoire, thousands of songs that have been passed down primarily by ear over the years, and that's one of many. Been a musician since I was around 6 years old. Is that how old you are when you're in kindergarten? I think so. Yeah. So since I was 6, started.
And what was your first instrument?
It was the violin, which I played from when I was 6 till I was around 12. When I put it down, decided I didn't want to do classical music anymore, and then I didn't play violin until 2001. When I lost a job at an internet company and didn't know what to do with myself. So I started busking in the green markets in New York City with a banjo player and a bassist who played me old time music and turned me onto it and showed me how to do it. So I did that for about 8 months to a year, basically as a full-time job, working for quarters and eating free burritos at bars with 2-for-1 margarita deals, and that's how I learned old time music.
What is it about this type of music that that you basically made a living on when you could, when you had to, and that you keep going back to? What is it?
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer. I don't really know. I mean, it's the more I listened to old time music, and the more I started playing it, the less I wanted to listen to other things or play other things. It got under my skin. I kind of got an old time bug in a sense, and I just found that it really spoke to me in a real kind of base way. And I could intellectualize it and say that it's because it's not a professional music form, so it's accessible to almost anybody. Whether even if you're just playing bones and banging out a rhythm, then you're playing the music. It's I spent a while in Romania traveling around studying gypsy music over there. That's a very it's also a traditional music form, but it's a very professional music form where years of study go into it before anybody will respect you as a musician, as a lautare, as somebody that they'd want to play their wedding or the like. And this music is the exact opposite, so it's very egalitarian, and in a sense it's very American in that way. People would be farmers, and then they'd pick up their violin and they'd go play a square dance at the end of the night, and then they'd go back to their farm. And it wasn't really until people started recording it, around the turn of the century, a little bit, well, later than that, but in the early part of the 20th century, where it stopped being a completely oral tradition of songs and the like. And I think there's something about the fact that this music's just been played by people in my culture, for hundreds of years, and that the same songs are being passed down to me. And that I have a chance to pass them down to other people, that it just speaks to me in a way that is more real, in a sense, than playing a cover of a Led Zeppelin song, for example, where, not to disparage modern music in any way, but it just doesn't speak to me in the same way that traditional music does. So. There you go, Bibb County Hoedown.